Phase 2, position number 6. This is a flaw that has really probably driven me more crazy than any of the other flaws that I think that we've had to deal with, and that is the top hand position as you get to the completion of the load, or the farthest point back that you're taking the hands, or the hitter is taking the hands. Because what happens here for a lot of young hitters, particularly because of strength and body type, is they get back to this position, and instead of driving their hands into phase 3 or the contact zone, like we're going to discuss with you here in a bit, they basically will lay that top hand of that bat. As you can see, the top hand is in what we consider a 90-degree angle position. So if you started in phase 1, the palm of the hand on the bat is regarded as being at a 90-degree position. Even though the bat head may be angled back or maybe slightly tilted the top hand, the center of the hand is at a 90 degree. So we consider that a 90 degree position in phase 1. So we say 90 to 90, which now you can see the hand is really in more of a 90, a more recognizable 90 degree, particularly the top hand. So we've got a 90 to 90 position here, and then of course as the bat head leads in, as we'll discuss in phase 3, that the top hand will take a varied 45 degree angle into the contact zone, and that really depends on the angle of that 45, depends on where the pitch is in the strike zone, up or down. But right now we're talking about getting it from a 90 degree angle to a 90 degree angle, because what will happen if that top hand lays over in your swing, you're going to see that you're going to have nothing more than a loop through the contact zone. We cannot get the player to be on plane with the pitch, and he is typically going to give away over half of the upper part of the strike zone. Most of these flaws that we're dealing with, particularly when the hands get into the strike zone in the loading process that we've addressed, or in this particular case, the top hand just flops over. Well, that bat head is going to come in and it's going to drop back there. It's going to come into contact from a low to a high, which eliminates 50%, almost 50% of the contact zone from the upper part of the strike zone for most hitters. Now, stronger hitters, they'll gain a little bit more of that back. But again, experience does have a little bit of play in this. But for the most part, even so, what good does it do to be a strong hitter and you can hit a pop-up 100 miles high? Doesn't do any good at all. And typically on balls down in the zone, they're just going to beat them straight into the ground. So when you see your kids dribbling balls or popping balls or fouling a lot of balls off, a lot of times it has something to do with this hand position dropping over, not being in a strong 90-degree position once you've completed the load. So from the final or stopped load position, that angle that you see on the screen is really where we want to be, and you want to grade that accordingly. And if it's not, if you find that it's tilting over, then you're going to find yourself losing, or your player losing part of the strike zone. It's just a matter of 30,000 video clips. We've seen it over and over. So this is another important position. Position number 1 was really key here in phase 2. Well, position number 6 has that same focus, because the top hand is really now conducting the bat head position. And as we've made it clear, we need to keep that bat head up. And if you're losing that top hand, then we're going to lose that bat head, and we're not going to come into the contact zone with the appropriate position. And of course, we go into a lot more of that in phase 3. But I hope that this has been a help for you as you review your player swing clip.